There's one stock that's about to break out. It's PSIX. It's a power stock. Power is very important for data centers. Data centers are essential for AI. This stock in particular provides power systems to allow companies like Nvidia, which have released their new Blackwell chip, to power that chip. And the stock is set up in such a way that it looks like it's going to break out very soon. It's one of the top 5 stocks in the market right now in terms of breakout potential in the next handful of days. I'm not talking about stocks that have already broken out like Tesla. I'm talking about the stocks that are little known that haven't broken out yet. Let's jump in right now to the chart. So this is the chart. This is why this is so appealing. If we look at this chart, the volume is leveling off. Volume does tend to level off before a big move up, so that's not a factor. And the moving averages are converging here. So the slower moving average caught up to the faster moving average. And if you're wondering what this is the 50-day, okay? This is the 5 and the 10-day. Do the exact moving average lengths that you use matter? Does 50-day matter as opposed to a 20-day? Do you have to have both a 5 and a 10-day? No. The bigger point is that when moving averages are all at the same price, that means that the stock is tightening up. We can see that visually looking at the chart. It's definitely tightening up, and it looks like there's a lot of blue sky, which is great for us as investors. We can risk a small amount and make a large amount. That's the technical reason. The technical reason is very important because you can know very little about what a company does and you can still make money in the stock market. That's the wild reality. But let's jump into what this stock does so we can feel a little bit more comfortable buying it. So here's what they do, okay? This is Chat GPT. This isn't Bloomberg. This isn't Twitter. This isn't the Wall Street Journal. It's ChatGPT. It's all of those sources. If you're watching this video, I think you've used ChatGPT before. So look, PSIX, they do power solutions for data centers and AI. That is a growing sector, okay? They do have strong analyst price targets. That's not that important for us because we know the analysts like to give big price targets for companies that employ them. So let's take a look at what exactly we're going to compare these to. GEV and POW are the 2 major tickers that we want to look at. GEV does power generation and turbines, okay? POW does power control rooms, and this is the one that is very analogous to parts of what PSIX does. So look at GEV first, and it looks relatively similar to PSIX chart-wise. POW has already gone, okay? So we can't buy this. What this does indicate is that PSIX is likely to follow a similar upward growth trajectory, okay? If I wanted to get into Powell, I would like it to go sideways, just like PSIX is doing right now. That's the opportunity in PSIX. Let's look into a little bit more about what this company does. Here's the connection with AI and Nvidia. Okay? Blackwell. It takes much more power per processor and per rack to power Blackwell. Additionally, there may be upgrades in infrastructure to handle the load reliability. Enter PSIX. PSIX is in the business of industrial and specialty power solutions. They're a Fortune 1000 company, of course. They're an industrial and specialty power solution company. They do power control and switchgear, and they make it possible to regulate power in heavy use scenarios like data centers running AI. If you watch the All In podcast, you might recall Chamath saying he's invested in AI chips, developing new chips to run AI models. To power those chips, you need a power control solution that is, you could say, built for those chips. And I think PSIX is filling that role. And if they do fill that role and some big collaboration news comes out, this is going to be a massive opportunity. So let's take a look at some risks. There could be delays. That means if this stock starts to go sideways for too long, or God forbid starts to go down some, we hop out. We don't know exactly when these AI-enabled chips, these new architectures are going to require this power control technology. There are competitors. Schneider Electric has been around for a while. They are the IBM of this category, power. And they do have to continue product development. They need to make sure that they are not only power efficient, but also cost effective. This is not something that we have to worry about too much because we're not engineers. What we have to do is say, hey, here's the chart. There's a lot of institutional interest. If any institutions get spooked by something the CTO says, they're going to start to hop out, and we're going to see that on the chart. We don't have a direct line to the engineering team. What we have is what is actually happening on the chart, and that is actually more accurate a forecast of what is going to happen in the next 2 weeks, the next month, the next 3 months. And that's what we do as stock investors. So that is the ticker. I haven't said the word Nvidia. There could be an Nvidia connection. I think that's driving a lot of the demand. And in terms of key levels, this is the key level. $94. if it can hold 94, we've got a breakout level at 96. Okay? That's about as tight risk reward as you can get. $2 to potentially make $25. And that's only to get to this high. We could break all-time highs. Okay? So, that's PSIX. That's the play. That's the company. And if you want more stock ideas and you want to chat one-on-one, head to stockscommunity.com, join for $25. It is a community with a verified $9 million trader. I hope to see you there. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.